Happy Tuesday to you. Luke Raley had a big night at the plate. George Kirby bounced back for a brilliant outing as Seattle beat Kansas City 6-2 at T-Mobile Park. Raley staked Seattle an early lead with a 2-run home run. Ty France added some insurance to the 8th, and George Kirby struck out 6 over 7 innings of 3-hit shutout ball as the Mariners picked up their 23rd win of the season.
Shot to center, blasted back out of a cannon. Luke Raley with a straightaway blast. He has put the Mariners in front of the second inning.
432 feet gives you a real idea, good idea how strong he is.
Well, this is charged out to center field. It is on the track at the wall. It stays in the yard. Julio is in. Polanco can only push into second. Everybody was waiting to see if Blanco would take it away or not. On the ground, quickly skimming into right field. Polanco is being waved home. Here comes the throw home. It's offline. Polanco scores standing, and the Mariners tack on another run here in the 3rd inning. There goes Blanco, the throw, and he's safe. See if Scott wants to take a look at this.
Pretty good pick by Polanco.
Yes, it was. And they're going to challenge this.
This is a really nice play by Polanco to pick it and then get the tag on him if he did. There you go. Yeah, right there on the helmet.
Massey hits it into right center field. The Royals are on the board, and now it's going to roll deep with some confusion with Haniger and Rodriguez. And here comes Vinny. He's going to score all the way from first.
The payoff. A high fly ball out to left field. Blasted back. Insurance delivered by Ty France. What a timely blast that was.
Battling his way through that, gets the count to full, and all of a sudden he gets a slider in the middle of the plate. And did not miss it.
So the Royals down to their final out, and here's Dairon Blanco.
He got him, puts him away with the slider. Munoz gets the final 4 outs tonight, and the Mariners get a Game 1 win.
Raley told Jen Mueller of Root Sports Northwest that it felt good to drive a ball over the center field wall.
Let's talk about the overall approach against Brady Singer tonight. He comes in with a sinker that has been a real weapon, but what was the approach that allowed you guys to hit it?
Yeah, I mean, we just had good at bats today. Got the ball up in the zone and were able to do some things with it.
You elevate that sinker in the 2nd inning. Were you more surprised by the exit velocity or the distance?
Yeah, I mean, getting it out to center here is tough. So, you know, I hit it. I knew I hit it well. I didn't know if it was going to go, but it feels good when they go out to center.
It sounded different off the bat, and it also sounds to me like you're trying to play this one down and be a little bit modest. But can you just say that you hit a bomb to center field?
Yeah, it was a good one today.
Okay, now let's talk about what happened at the Trident afterwards. Did you break it, and are you responsible for fixing it?
I hope I'm not responsible for fixing it, but I guess I did break it.
Now, that story has changed because you told me you just picked it up and it fell apart.
That is the truth. I was carrying it through the dugout and it fell apart.
Maybe you don't know your own strength. Hey, last question here. Those first couple of innings, they felt like a grind. So what was the effect of a couple of quick innings from George Kirby?
Yeah, I mean, George did what George does. You know, he went out, threw a lot of strikes. He's always fun to play defense behind. So getting him an early lead is always nice, and just let him take over from there.
Manager Scott Service says it's nice to see his messaging to players like Raley come home.
He's got huge power. And it's funny, I sit down with him the other day, and, you know, you're always trying to figure out how to reach players, and some guys need a pat on the back, and other guys need a little kick in the tail once in a while. There's no reason to kick any of these guys in the tail with how much they care and they put the work in, and Luke Raley's right at the top of the list for me. So nice to see the results coming. He smoked that ball. He's got huge power. He's just got to square it up, and that's what he did tonight. Determined, not furious. I just angry George. George is angry some nights, and tonight was the night. He was a few calls he didn't get that he thought he should have got, but he was on the attack. Even the 6th inning, you look up, it's still 96, 97 miles an hour. It's coming out hot, very aggressive. Really, really good to see. I know last time out there for him, he's a little frustrated, didn't feel great, but made some adjustments. I think between his last start and this start, just on the preparation. As you go through the season, sometimes you got to back off some things you're doing. Sometimes you do more in the training room or in the weight room or whatnot. So he looked great tonight, and hopefully he sticks with that plan here going forward.
George Kirby last outing was against Minnesota. Didn't go so well. He gave up 4 runs, including 3 home runs. He says he felt much better in this outing.
It's always there. Like, I just struggle just getting below the zone with 2 strikes. I don't know what it is. I just, like, it's a mentality thing. But yeah, when I do get it below the zone, it's a really, really good pitch, and it's hard, especially if I'm, attacking heaters. He's not one guy I'm going to attack a lot of heaters with because he's kind of always on heaters. But yeah, that pitch is always there. I just got to really commit to it and really just get it down in the zone. Just rip it as hard as I can, under like his kneecaps. Like, that's kind of like my visual with it. So.
The 2 teams battle at T-Mobile Park tonight at 6:40 on Root Sports Northwest. Well, Seattle gained a little ground, a little breathing room in the American League West after Texas fell to Cleveland last night 7-0. Mariner lead in the division now stands at a game and a half. Oakland dropped to 4.5 games back after a 9-2 loss to Houston. Angels continued to struggle, falling to St. Louis by a final of 10-5. Well, the NFL will announce this year's schedule tomorrow, and Seahawks fans will learn important home dates for the coming season. The 2024 season schedule will be released on Seattle's website and through their social media outlets tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. That's also when fans can tune in to the NFL Network for a live release telecast. Now, besides the NFC West opponents, Seattle will also host games against Green Bay, Minnesota, Buffalo, Miami, the New York Giants, and Denver Broncos. The Seahawks' road opponents, besides the Niners, Rams, and Cardinals, include Chicago, Detroit, New England, the New York Jets, and Atlanta Falcons. Learn more tomorrow at 5 o'clock on Seahawks.com. Postseason playoff softball starts today for 4 Big 9 teams and continues for the CWAC. Wenatchee travels to Sunnyside to face the Grizzlies in a district play-in game. Eastmont, meanwhile, home against Eisenhower in the other play-in game this afternoon. Sela is facing East Valley in Othello in a loser-out contest in the District 5-6 2A tournament. That'll be followed by a 6 o'clock championship game between Ephrata and Othello. District 6 2B tournament continues with Lake Roosevelt visiting Okanagan for the championship. Tanask is hosting Brewster in a loser-out contest. Well, the first round of the WIAA State 2B and 1B baseball tournaments is today. Okanagan is playing in Spokane against Northwest Christian of Colbert. Liberty Bell is closer to home against Asotin. That's happening at Wenatchee's Recreation Park. Mose Lake Christian begins the 1B tournament on the road at DeSales. That game is underway. Cashmere begins the WIAA State 1A boys soccer tournament today at Wenatchee's Apple Bowl against Riverside. Cascade awaits the winner of Montesano and Clajoyo Friday at 4 o'clock in the Apple Bowl. Quincy plays Tompanish over at Vashon Island. That'll be Friday at 5 o'clock. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.